All right, not sure if I'm here or not. If I'm here, let me know. Um, do you see me back up? Because it says that stream is finished. Okay, well, I'm streaming someplace. I just don't know where. And this is a perfect streaming. Well, I don't know where it's streaming to. Okay, let's see. I'm live. Okay, this is crazy. Um, I'm gonna have to reboot, I think. Silver and Blue Nation. Okay. Excellent condition. Hey, you just got in? Okay. Cowboys versus Browns. Okay, so this is an old stream. Okay. So I gotta exit. Damn. Hey, I'm guys, I don't know what happened. Yeah, my system, let me fix that. For some reason I just had a system crash. Cowboys versus 49ers. Well, it just, well, I could be. Hang on, guys. Cowboys versus 49ers preview. Okay, well, that's what it's going to be for now. All right, sorry. It just said Cowboys versus 49ers. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Um, the system just went, all the screens went black on me, and I'm just like, the fudge? And for some reason right now, I'm getting that stuff that's in the way on the screen. Why is that there? Okay, hang on. I've got to reset this, guys. I apologize. Nope. Okay. For some reason, it's not showing me. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. I have lost my streaming software. Just be cool for 1 second for me. Eric, it was going pretty good till I got a system crash on me. And I don't know what the heck happened. It just all of a sudden, boom. It's like, did Jerry Jones come after me or something? Okay, there we go. Go back to, boom. All right. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys and girls, this literally does not work. So let me get open for business here and hope that everybody comes on over from the other stream as we wake up the football guys. Wake up here, guys. Wake up. I had all the ladies in the house because I saw Lola in there. I saw Miss Jackie. I saw Jessica. I saw JoJo. And don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, the stream just went down. And let me check something. Oh, there's Lola. There's Lola. Okay. Hopefully the rest of the ladies come on over from the other chat. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. We were just listening to the talking heads over there talking about whether or not Dak Prescott would want to come back with the Dallas Cowboys, if he should come back with the Dallas Cowboys, and so on. It's crazy. It's crazy. Of course, Dak Prescott wants to come back because he looks at it as he was always a Cowboy fan growing up, and he wants to lead this team to a Super Bowl and definitely prove everybody wrong. But here's the problem. here in my mind, I've talked about this a little bit through some of my videos during the day and things, and I look at this. If you look at, let me change up here. Sorry, I'm a little bit off of after the system drop. Um, well, Zeke is not the same guy that he was as a rookie, but very few running backs are. A lot of that's going to be, I'm not going to put all of it on Zeke. The fumbling part you can put on Zeke and things, but a lot of it has to do with the offensive line as well. And this shortened season has just been a bastard. But the bigger thing that I want to put out there more than anything else is when you look at this right here, here's our real problem. Our real problem is the defense. Our defense stinks. Even with us just giving up 7 points last week, which dropped us down about 2 points a game, we're still giving up 30.8 points a game. You can't expect to win giving up that kind of points. I'm sorry. That is worse than the NFL. So you can talk about, well, the Cowboys got a lot of points, in garbage time or this, that, and the other. Hey, listen, if we don't have a defense that's giving up, like the points like they are, we're not going to have to score so many damn points. Because you take a look at the list, and let me blow this up a little bit more so you can really see this. Take a look at the teams at the top. Pittsburgh, 18 points. 18 points. Could you imagine if our defense only gave up 18 points last year? We've been in the Super Bowl. Miami, the Miami Dolphins. The reason why the Miami Dolphins, not because of their offense and Tua will get a lot of credit. It's the fact that they're only giving up 18.8 points a game. The Rams, Jared Goff is not leading them down the field like he should. It's their defense that's shutting people down. New Orleans, 20.4. Yeah, we can do it without Drew Brees for some games and Tyson Hill. Why? Because we're only giving up 20 points a game. Baltimore, 21. Washington, 21. So the top 6 teams in defense are all playoff teams at this moment. The only one that's not in the top 10 is New England and possibly the Giants. Now the Chicago Bears, they're kind of, they're living on the edge, but you see teams that are winning or doing well in their division have good defenses. Period. You can't look and say that, the Giants have a great offense, that Danny Jones is leading them. It's a freaking defense. You can't look at the Washington offense and say that they're a great team because of their offense. It's because of their damn defense. So get it in your head. I understand that people want to see, offensive playmakers, but it's the damn defense that will win you games. And as you look at the flip side where we are down here, we're worse than the Jets. The Jets. Think about that. Think long and hard about that. You're worse than the Jets. The Raiders, who fired their defensive coordinator. You're worse than the Raiders. You're worse than the Detroit Lions. You're worse than Jacksonville. You're worse than Cleveland. You're worse than the Chargers. You're worse than Houston, Minnesota, Denver, Cincinnati, Tennessee, Carolina, the Eagles, Seattle, who's butt ugly, and even Green Bay. So as we go through and keep talking about, well, we need another quarterback. I don't give a rat's ass what quarterback you bring in here. You can bring in Pat Mahomes, and he is not going to overachieve with that defense. He's not. And why is it that our defense stinks? Well, here's my reasoning. Here's my rationale. I've been trying to put all this stuff together. We stink. We stink, yeah. But why do we stink is the question. Why is it? We've had, DeMarcus Ware, in here. We've had D. Law, who's a Pro Bowler again this year after not being in there last year. We've had Sean Lee, who's done some great things. We've had some good players, but we haven't had the key ones. And see, the problem is people figure the key player on your team is always quarterback. Okay, granted, you can't win without a good quarterback. You can't. You can do okay, but you're not going to win the big ones. You still need a guy who's special. Don't get me wrong. But the Cowboys always focus on that wide receiver. We got Dez Bryant and things, we go for the CeeDee Lambs. We make the big trades for the Amari Coopers, right? We go through and We get our defensive ends. We tried to get Taco. We thought he was going to be a great edge rusher. Our D-laws. That's where we put our stock, our offensive line. Lord knows I wish we had some good offensive line play right now. But the problem is the Cowboys continue to overlook the same thing over and over and over again. And it's not, I don't think that they're stupid, but I think it's more sizzle versus substance. Hey, how you doing, Miss Jackie? Hope you're feeling better. Oh, let me get these ladies up in here. There's Miss Jackie. I see Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? When I started the other on the don't ask me why, the system just crashed. It crashed. It just said, "Look, I'm tired of talking about the Cowboys." There's Lola. What's up, Lola? I know Jessica was up in there. And I know Joanne was up in there. Thank you, ladies, for coming in here, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you ladies that are in the house, okay? Gentlemen, you guys got to step your game up now. We got the lovely ladies in the house, okay? So make sure you put your good clothes on, okay? Get your clean cowboy shirt on. Fix your hair, look nicer, ladies. And if you see Eastside Harold, tell him to get stepping. Just tell him to get stepping, man, okay? You want your own theme song? Okay. Well, it'll have to be something Caribbean there, Big Wizzy. It'll definitely have to be something Caribbean. But here's the thing. The Cowboys go for sizzle more than substance. And this is crazy because I started going through it and looking at it. We've talked about trying to pull in a safety, right? We tried to get, Earl Thomas. We tried. Although Earl Thomas was kind of past his prime. Earl Thomas had a couple of years where he was injured and things like that. But we wanted to get Earl Thomas because, we wanted to get Earl Thomas. Okay, I get that. Okay, and then we were looking at Jamal Adams, but they just wanted too much. Although you've seen Jamal Adams playing great for Seattle, although their defense isn't, he's not a one-man show. You need more than just one guy because that defense is still kind of hurting. He makes them better, but they still have a long ways to go before they're a lights-out defense. They're trending in the right way. They're getting better than they were when they started, but they still aren't great because it's more than just one guy. It's collectively, and it takes time to get cohesion. So for the Cowboys, this is crazy when I saw this. Let me see, where did I put the draft? Okay, hold up. Where's the draft numbers? Hold up, I'm sorry. Here we go. We're going to look at something. We're going to take a stroll down memory lane here, okay? Because I want you guys to see this. Because if I miss some, I need your help to let me know what I missed. I need to know what I missed on here because I'm sitting here thinking about nose tackle. For some reason, nose tackle is one of those things that they don't seem to like. Even though every year we're getting gashed in the running game, okay? And generally speaking, when you're getting gashed in the running game, it's coming right up the middle. And we have not addressed that. And we have not addressed the safety issue. Like I said, for the last couple of years, we've been trying to get veterans. But look at what we do in the draft. All right, so here we go. Let me blow this up a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so last year we went CeeDee Lamb first round. We got Diggs, great pickups. Gilmore, he's a nose tackle, defensive tackle, pretty good. Third round, that's one of the higher ones for us. Reggie Robinson, Tyler Badass, Bradley Ain, Ben DiNucci. I can't complain about that draft. But let me ask you this. When you looked at the defense, what was the biggest need that you saw out there? Wasn't it safety? Wasn't safety it? Weren't we trying to get Jamal Adams last year and so on? Didn't work, right? The year before, defensive tackle, Tristan Hill, jury's out on him. Connor McGovern, Tony Pollard, Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson, Donovan Wilson. We got a safety. 6th round. Don't get me wrong. Donovan Wilson is playing well. Todd Wilson, thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. And also get Dak fan because she hit me up before the chat started too. All right, let's go to 2018. Leighton Vander Esch, Connor Williams, Michael Gallup, Dorrance Armstrong, Dalton Schultz, Mike White, Chris Covington, Cedric Wilson, Bo Scarborough. No safeties. 2017, Taco Charlton. Again, defensive end. We're going for defensive end because, well, we weren't sure about DeMarcus Lawrence. He was coming off back surgery and things like that. We figured we needed an edge rusher. I'm not so mad about that. We went Awuzie. We went Jordan Lewis. We went Ryan Switzer. And then in the 6th round again, Xavier Woods. 6th round. So far in the draft, since 2017, we've got 2 safeties in the 6th round. All right. 2016, Zeke Elliott, Jalen Smith, Malik Collins, Charles Tapper, Dak Prescott, Anthony Brown, Kevon Frazier, another safety, 6th round. Okay. 2015, Byron Jones, Randy Gregory, Chaz Green. God, what a waste of space. That's your buddy Chaz, right, Mike? Chaz Green. Okay. Okay. Damian Wilson, Ryan Russell, Lance Gibson, golf swam. Okay, no safeties. 2014, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Anthony Hitchens, Devin Street, Ben Gardner, Will Smith, Ahmad Dixon, Ken Bishop, Terrence Mitchell. No safety. 2013, Travis Frederick, Galvin Escobar, Terrence Williams, J.J. Wilcox, D-back that they converted into a safety. So that's a 3rd round. So thus far, we have 3 6th-round picks and a 3rd round at safety, right? And if you go on down through here, it won't be until you get down to all the way down to 2001. Look at this. I'm sorry, 2002. 2002, we took Roy Williams in the 1st round. So in the last last 20 years, we have drafted 5 safeties. In 20 years. Now, here's what's interesting. I want to go back. For all those, I'm not trying to start shit. I'm not trying to start shit. Romo fans have been quiet. They've been quiet lately, okay? But I've got to go through here because too many times Tony Romo fans say, Tony Romo never had the defense or never had the team that Dak Prescott has. Well, I want you to understand in 2007, 2007 was freaking insane. 2007, I want you to take a look right here. This is all the Pro Bowl players that we had on the Dallas Cowboys. Flozell Adams, Marion Barber, the Beast. That was when he was great. Leonard Davis. I loved how Leonard Davis, when he was doing his, the pregame, Leonard Davis. He'd get the skull. Davis. Greg Ellis, linebacker. Nick Folk, Andre Garrard, Ken Hamlin, safety, free safety, Pro Bowler. Terrence Newman, cornerback. Terrell Owens, Tony Romo, DeMarcus Ware, outside linebacker. Roy Williams, safety. Boom, 2. 2 Pro Bowl safeties. And in that year, the Dallas Cowboys ranked in points given up 13 points. In points given up, ranked 13th and 9th in total yards. Not fantastic, but we were 13-3, and a lot of those times we were blowing people out. So some of those points were garbage points. The other thing I want to point out is this. And did I pull his stats up? Boom. I didn't pull his stats up. Damn. The thing I want to put up, and let me put up here. Is when that defense was good, from 2007 through about 2009, we had 2 things that we do not have now. We had safeties. Roy Williams, who was a 1st-round pick, he kind of burned out kind of quick. And we had Jay Ratcliffe, Jay Rat, who for a couple of years was a beast as a nose tackle. And we stopped the run. It's one thing to have edge rushers, which are great to get up there. They get all the sacks. DeMarcus Ware had the one season with 20 sacks and everything else. It was incredible. But if you're soft, and I mean soft in the middle, people can run on you. If you don't have a safety who can come across the middle and deliver a blow, you're going to have people that are going to be going free all the time on you. But here's the thing that I want you to look at. In 2007, it's not sexy. He had 3 sacks. Oh, you're like, okay, so what's 3 sacks? That's nothing. But from a defensive tackle, that's incredible. He had 30 combined tackles. He had 21 solos and had 9 quarterback hits. But as you look down here, then the next year, my man had 7.5 sacks at a nose tackle, 51 combined, 33 solo, and 12 tackles for a loss, and 15 quarterback hits. That, my friends, is what's missing. And the Cowboys go ahead and they look at this and say, yeah, it's substance, but we don't want to spend draft capital on this. We'd rather get a wide receiver. We'd rather get an edge rusher. But until they control the middle of the field, the Dallas Cowboys defense is going to continue to be soft. You have got to get guys that can play lights out in the middle. And for whatever reason, the Cowboys, it's a disgrace that you think that Donovan Wilson, don't get me wrong, Donovan Wilson's playing good. I'm not trying to say anything, because he could end up being a Hall of Famer. Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick. But you have to look at this and say, the pedigree, we need a guy who's going to be, we know from day one, a great safety. We don't have that. And how many times this year have we seen Xavier Woods literally leading the charge for the opposition going downfield with his back to the running back? I need a guy who, when he sees that running back, knows how to break down and get that guy and stop them from taking it all the way to the house. And we don't have that. And I need a big-ass, fat guy. And if you want to call him a trash can full of dirt, as Vosh does, I need that guy to clog up the middle, because I'm sick and tired of seeing people gut us down the middle. It is a disgrace to all that is the Dallas Cowboys to be known for being the doomsday defense, for being known as the doomsday 2 defense that won you 3 Super Bowls, to now see these guys, sorry, it hurts me. I'm like Darren Woodson on this. Darren Woodson basically saying, man, it makes me sick to my stomach when I see this. And when Charles Haley says Jerry Jones built a house for losers, it's hard to disagree with them. Miss Anita Applebaum, how you doing, Miss Anita? Which player is that?
About the owner.
The other camera's up.
One of the players said about the owner that if he's not mad about why.
Oh, that was Jalen Smith. Unfortunately, that was Jalen saying that. Well, somebody kind of got on me about that and they said that that was I lost your camera over there when we got the hiccup over there. But yeah, that was Jalen Smith basically saying if the owner's not tripping, then why worry about it, basically. And Gary, you're 100% right. Roy Williams was like a linebacker / safety, and you see, remember, safety is the last line of defense. Nothing should ever get behind me, and I'm going to enforce my will on the other team. You're not going to come in here and run down the middle. I'm going to punish you when you come across. And too many times we've seen, as Darren Woodson put it, I see guys tapping each other on the helmet and everything else and cheering each other up and helping the other guys up. Guys, as a safety, I'm coming through to punish you. During the game, that's 60 minutes. We are not friends. We can be friends before the game. We can be friends after the game. But during that game, I'm giving you everything. And when I hear guys talking about, oh, well, this, that, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I want to see you playing lights out. I want to see you punishing people. And I just don't see that. Bill Bates, another one. There you go. Dak fan, what's up, Dak fan? You came made on over. We're not punishing them. We're not punching them. We're not. And I hope that we could somehow get on track. But see, this goes back to, again, what Jerry Jones does. When you drafted CeeDee Lamb, what happened when we drafted CD? Everybody went crazy, didn't they? Oh my God, you had Eagle fans literally losing their minds. We had, of course,
No, they were losing their mind with the second pick.
well, they don't have much mind to lose anyway, though. Let's be honest. Eagle fans aren't that bright. Okay, let's be honest. But remember, this is what when we drafted CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jones was loving it. Because all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh my God, you got the best player in the draft. And you had all of Eagle Nation going like this.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire the motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid.
Philly fire.
What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
Now, I'm not saying. Now, listen, Reaper. I understand. I'm using him for an example of this. I agree with you. DT, you sent me. When did you see it? Send it this evening? I mean, I haven't looked at my emails in about the last 2 hours, but I'll check and see. Hopefully, everything's going. And DT, I owe you some shit too. Mike, remember to hit me up on DT. Remind me DT because we got to get something out there. I forgot about that. I got so much stuff that's going on, but I wasn't using him to say that we shouldn't have drafted him. You have to take a player like that. However, the Cowboys have constantly always done that. They look at it and say, instead of taking, okay, give you here, let me give you this one. Tristan Hill. Okay. Tristan Hill. Edge rusher, defensive tackle. And I understand where we went with that, but you still were looking and saying, we need a safety. Taylor Rapp was still out there. Warren Thornhill was still out there. You had great safeties. You had 3 of the top 5 safeties still sitting right there after Tristan Hill. A position that you just kind of say, we don't need we don't need no freaking safety. Give CD some time to develop his body, and he'll be fine. Oh, I'm not disagreeing, but that right, Jay, you're with me. You're with me on that one. Could you imagine if we had one of those, Rapp or Thornhill, right there? What should we have done, Mike?
Instead of who is it? Taco. Should I TJ Watt?
Oh well,
that was a no-brainer.
Okay, but that was a different story because we know the Cowboys, he was too short. He didn't have enough length because of Rod Martinelli.
He got more sacks than DeMarcus Lawrence.
Well, he's got more sacks than just about anybody out there. Let's call it like it is now.
DeMarcus Lawrence as an example because that's the same man I'm going to beat Michael Strahan's record.
But this is the thing that we have to understand, and you can go through and you can talk about, well, Dak doesn't score enough points. I'm sorry. You need a defense that's going to get the ball. You can see the difference of, we didn't have to score a whole lot of points to the offense last week against Cincinnati. Why? Because the defense got the ball. We kept giving it to them. Special teams did well. If we could do that consistently next year, we got a great shot at doing some great things. Someone asked me, what are the Dallas Cowboys' chances at the playoffs. And I've got another graph up here for you guys. All right, this one's actually kind of cool because this one's interactive. What you gonna see here? You see right here? Right now, as it stands, our chances to make the playoffs as we sit here today are 2%. 2%. 2%. You guys got that?
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
All right. So here's what happens if we win against the 49ers. It moves up to a 3% chance. Okay? 3%. Okay? See over here, they got, sorry, you can't see it quite all the way on the screen there. If we end up winning next week against the Eagles, if we beat the Eagles, it moves up to 7% of a chance. Okay. And if we end up winning against the New York stinking Giants, if we win all 3 games, we have a 15% chance. 15%.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
What we have to have with that, too, is we have to hope that the Washington football team does not win any games. They win 1 game, we're out. That's it. Period. End of story. Nothing you can do about it. That's it. If Washington wins a game, now, here's the problem for them. Alex Smith is hurting. Haskins is playing. They play Seattle. Seattle tomorrow, Sunday. Huge game. I don't see them going to Seattle and winning, but then again, I didn't see the Giants going there and winning. So you look at that one. But then they play the Carolina Panthers the following week. That's a winnable game. And then they finish up with the Eagles. That's a winnable game. So it's either going to be Carolina or the Eagles that does us in. And speaking of the Eagles, I have to do a public service announcement here. This is kind of crazy here. I'm not sure I know how to feel about this.
Second. But before we do that, I am very excited. I'm very excited to announce the 3 YouTubers that are on Philly 500's first annual Double Moonwalker shirt. This will be a yearly shirt, and every year I'll add a few new guys that I want. It'll change it up. But this is the first annual shirt, and I hope that these YouTubers take it as an honor that they're on the shirt. I hope they take it as a compliment to how I feel and how I respect them, and I will be sending them all 3 of them free shirts. Now, here is what the image is going to look like on the shirt.
I'm kind of,
as you can see,
red eyes.
We are in Philly 500.
I look like I'm possessed.
Maybe it's a globe, maybe it's 5. Who knows? I'm not going to argue it. But as you see me. Then down below me, you see my man LB. Congratulations to LB. But me and him have been fighting a good fight against these crazy
I'm
Giant
over
fans,
here as a
crazy
crazy
Cowboys
man.
fans all year. So I had to put him on. Then you can see a spaceship, and the spaceship is headed to the moon. Nobody knows Bad Dog's true identity more than me. Bad Dog works for NASA. We all know it. The big secret is out. So this shirt will promote and tell you the truth about Bad Dog. He works for NASA. Fake moon landing. Then, of course, you have Mark Holmes sacrificing chickens, losing his mind. See, the chickens are trying to escape. So this is the first annual Double Moonwalker shirt. You can get it on Teespring if you want. Shout out to those 3 guys. I have nothing but respect for them. Even though me, Mark, fight all the time, I have not respect for those guys. And this is the first annual one. I will be sending them one out. But hey, it is here. It is almost 2021. Thank God. Let me give a quick shout out to House Cat. He's the one that designed this.
Bye-bye, Philly. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm not sure how I feel about me having these possessed eyes, red eyes and everything else. Although after watching some of the Cowboy games, I guess I kind of look like, Jerry Jones, you drive me crazy. But anyway, that's right, brother Alan Williams. I'm chilling as well here with my Cowboys family. Thank goodness Nolan's out of here. Well, hold it, Jay. I'm gonna say this much. Okay, let me clarify a couple of things here. I am an independent contractor. Okay, I report to you things that I hear or things that I come up with my own conclusions on. Okay, so when I hear something from Mike Fisher, I say, hey, Mike Fisher said, so if it's wrong, Mike Fisher said it, not me. The thing that came out about Mike Nolan, and it's got me questioning this, is why would the Dallas Cowboys say Mike Nolan's not coming back if you're not going to fire him right then and there? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You literally have undermined him. If you're going to say, you know, if I'm going to get rid of him at the end of the season, why wait? If you're telling the players he's going to be fired, you know, they're like, I ain't listening to what he's got to say. I'm a freelance. He's got no power. He's a dead man walking. So was that somebody who has knowledge actually telling them? Or was that somebody's assumption? I mean, it's an easy assumption when you look at the defense that's giving up, you know, 30.8 points a game, and you had players saying the system's too complex, and you got guys that are saying that not everybody gives full effort, and you've given up a game where you gave up 308 yards, and you gave up another game where you gave up 292 on the ground, and you can't honestly look and say one player on that defense is better because of the system that you're running. It's an easy assumption, but that didn't come from Jerry Jones, did it? How many times did we hear that Jason Garrett was on the hot seat, and yet he always seemed to survive? So I'm not sure that is from the Dallas Cowboys. It's plausible. I believe it'll be so, but I don't know it for sure. So that's my take on that. A lot of times people will take it like I work for the Cowboys. I don't. Yeah, there you go. Ian Rappaport said that. So Ian Rappaport also said that Dez Bryant was going to be returning to the Cowboys too. So take that as well. All right, so we know that we basically, at best, if we win 3 games, have a 15% chance of making the playoffs. Now, let's look at one other thing here, and I'm going to get to everybody's comments and stuff here because we got a lot of them that are going on. Tankology. What's amazing is because the Chargers ended up beating the Raiders, and the Raiders looked like ass after starting out 6-3, being 7-7, you definitely are looking like ass. Cup Hizzle is a booger eater. He may. Jessica, there you are. What's up? Jessica, how you doing? Because the Chargers won, that ends up giving us a little bit of cushion. We actually moved up a spot to number 4. Okay, so if you're keeping track, we're number 4. I still think that we're going to either beat the Giants or the Eagles. I really think we got a chance against the 49ers. Am I crazy, Mike? Well, I mean, we're going to be about as healthy as we've ever been on the defensive line. I think we actually have a good chance. Now, I know Zeke Elliott is, you know, in worse shape right now this week than he was this time last week, but I'd almost look at that and say that's maybe what they need to do. Is Wade Phillips a possibility at defensive coordinator? Anything is possible, but see, I have to say, okay, a couple things. Wade Phillips has been eyeing the Raiders job. Wade Phillips also, too, when the Cowboys were really struggling on defense. Okay, when they were struggling even more. Okay. When they first started struggling on defense, he's basically said, you know, I'm sitting by the phone. I got nothing to do. Renee Ramirez, appreciate the super chat. He's looking for a job. He's looking for a gig. The question is, would he want that gig to be with the Dallas Cowboys? I don't think, I just personally don't think that he will. I just don't. Well, he's old, but he's still a good mind in there. Rod Martinelli's old too.
Look what he's doing with the Raiders.
Well, they didn't do much last night.
Exactly.
I mean, he was a defensive line coach.
Wade Phillips did win a Super Bowl with
But they were also missing a lot of players too. They're missing a lot of players. They had the COVID. Lewis would be good. No, Wabe, he was free when Nolan came in. But I think there's too much water over the bridge on that one. You know, with the whole Jason Garrett situation and so on, and getting fired and everything else being the scapegoat. I just don't see that one happening. It could. I just don't see that one happening. Would you have time and patience to do a full switch to 3-4? Well, the problem, and herein lies part of the problem. It seems like we just didn't have an identity or a blueprint on what we were trying to do. We were trying to change from one defense to the other, make this hybrid and everything else. And in the end, you lost everybody. You lost everybody as far as what they were doing. The difference for the offense was the offense didn't change anything, really. You know, you had Kellen Moore, which is one of the reasons why I think Kellen Moore stays. As much as people want to get rid of Kellen Moore, one of the things that really kills quarterbacks and teams is constantly changing offensive coordinators. You have to go through with a new system, a new guy, a new game plan. You got to have the players that are going to fit that system. What you got, Mike?
that. Might be part of the problem with Washington.
What do you mean? Well, you can't see you behind there. Okay.
I say because they kept changing every year.
Oh, offensive coordinators. Oh, yeah. You can't keep, you know, like Jason Campbell talked about, like he had 4 different offensive coordinators in like 6 years. You can't keep trying to learn this, that, and the other. So consistency is key. Why do I come in here, troll stupid, and don't make any sense? Don't talk about Eastside like that. You know he's just in love with you. Need a D coordinator that is fire. Yeah, Sean, you're preaching my language there. I need somebody with some fire and some passion. Put a foot in these guys' ass. Matt Patricia isn't good. You know, I'm not. I wouldn't want Matt Patricia. After what happened with him in Detroit, the Reaper. Too many Bill Belichick assistants get a name because of Bill Belichick. What's funny is they all leave. New England is still really good, and the places they go, they aren't. I'm not sold on them.
What about Tennessee?
Dak may really like Kellen Moore. I think actually he does.
Well, Kellen Moore's the reason why we got Dak Prescott.
Jalen don't watch his gaps. You're right about that. Marvin Lewis for D coordinator. Well, but see, here's the okay. I agree with you to a point, Mike, but I still don't think you've had enough time with him. When Dak was here, and even though we had problems with the offensive line, the offense was still putting up numbers. I look at it from the standpoint of saying the offense is more than capable if you had at least an average defense and special teams.
30-some points a game.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with 30-some points a game. I just don't. I'm not sure that you bring another offensive coordinator, then all of a sudden that we're going to be going, 40 points a game every game. It's only so many points that can go around, in a week. I mean, in a game. I need the defense that's not giving up 32, 38 points and shit like that. That's what I need. Dallas, they stink, and Lewis hasn't tasted a playoff win. Well, Marvin Lewis was always a good defensive coordinator. He did really well with Washington, actually, as a defensive coordinator before he got the job there. What about Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator? I got to think on Dan Quinn on that one. How about Rex? Oh, hell no. No, I don't want no Ryan Stank. No, we had Rob up in here, man. I don't want his brother. Screw that. No. But let's see, Gary, listen, I'm with you on that. I want better than average, but at this point, I would take average. Average would be a major improvement. You've always liked Rex. He's had a character. He is a character, or he's a character. Oh, he's a character. No, you're thinking about Rob. You're thinking of his brother that was with the Jets. They did go to the AFC Championship game with Mark Sanchez butt fumble. They did that 3 times, I think. So there is that, but it was because they had a great defense. I tell you who I wouldn't mind though. Damn, I don't know where he is now, but he was after Rex Ryan left the Jets. He became the head coach of the Jets. Damn, he was a great defensive mind. J.U. a Dak hater too. Marvin Lewis would be perfect to change the core. Okay, that's possible. That's possible.
Sean Lee for defensive coordinator?
I think Sean Lee would need to be a position coach first.
No. No.
Linebacker coach. Linebacker. That's what I'm saying. That's a position.
I want to say defensive coordinator. I don't think he's that is not ready yet to take over.
Todd Bowles. Thank you. Dak Prescott. Thank you. I wouldn't mind having Todd Bowles. I'm wondering where Todd Bowles is. Where is Todd Bowles these days? But again, the Jets have a way of killing coaches' careers. And some guys are better. 7X Jets who would be head coach candidate this offseason. Okay, so Todd Bowles. Huh?
He's a safety coach.
I would take him as their defense coordinator.
Oh, he's with Washington.
Is he?
It says safety coach with, I think, no. He's a safety coach somewhere.
Let me pull it up. Todd Bowles, I wouldn't be.
No, he's defense coordinator with Tampa Bay. Defense coordinator for Tampa Bay.
Okay, with Tampa Bay. All right.
He was a safety coach for Washington.
Okay, so I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Todd Bowles. I'd be okay with that. Groom Sean Lee as a position coach. I agree with that. I think Sean Lee should be a linebackers coach. Marvin Lewis, you'd like to have Marvin Lewis. Okay, bring back Chris Richard. Chris Richard ain't coming back here. Chris Richard is like basically read between the lines. He's not. You blamed me. I tried to tell you, and no. Mark Holmes. Oh hell no, not that idiot.
Chris Richard was lost at the Eagles game when he got to fight with that player and got to talk with him.
Yeah.
After all the other defensive players backed him up.
But see, Henry Hill, here's the thing. Now the Bucs D was trash, the year before. But see, generally speaking, coaches don't become idiots overnight. Okay, if you knew how to coach one place, sometimes it's circumstances and players, and sometimes you don't have the opportunity. I don't think Chris Richard forgot everything that he did with Seattle. I think when he got here, he was having to go ahead and deal with Rod Marinelli's defense and following along with his playbook. You follow where I'm going with that? So I look at that and say, was that Chris Richard or was that Rod Marinelli and the culture that was messing that system up? Yeah, I mean that's what I think it was. That's what I think it was, is the culture of that. But we'll never know, and I don't think Chris Richard would come back. If I were him, I wouldn't. I'd be screw you guys. You guys literally messed up my my name. You really messed up my name. Period. This is having a little bit of an issue. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Got a little problem here. It's literally messed up on me tonight. I hate when I have a hiccup because it literally threw off the whole stream. I'm sorry, I'm off the game tonight. It just is not good. Nick Fangio? Wade Phillips. I think Wade Phillips is getting a little too old. How you doing, Jason? What's happening? Jessica, you doing a whole lot of kissy smiley faces over there, girl. Okay, hang on 1 second. I really screwed the stream up. Okay, oh well. We'll have to get it next go round. When the system, Todd is in Tampa, when the system went down, and probably going from Tampa to Dallas, I don't know if he'd want to go as a defensive coordinator from one to the other. He may be more looking at being a head coach than anything else. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't.
Especially if Tampa Bay wins the Super Bowl this year.
Well, you wouldn't want to have Rob Ryan. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Not Rob Ryan. Heck no. Not Matt Patricia, sorry. No, too arrogant. Arrogant SOB. I love Chris Richard. I wanted Chris Richard to actually become eventually the head coach. Just last year was just not the year. Looking across the field for our Sunday for our defensive coordinator. Me either, Gina. Mel Tucker. All right. Chuck Pagano. That would be an interesting one. Telling y'all Jim Shorts. I don't want Jim Shorts. No, thank you. No, thank you. Greg Williams. No, thank you. I don't want Greg Williams. Gerard should have been made defensive coordinator. I agree with you on that one. Cowboy fan 2005. We had Mike Zimmer. Yeah, Mike Zimmer was on our staff, on our defensive staff. Yeah. But see, the thing was, Chris Richard became the fall guy for the Cowboys defense last year. And, everybody, oh, well, he's a bum. Get rid of him, everything else. Our defense stinks. And you look at it now, and it's kind of like, damn, maybe he was helping holding that together. Them boys kicks, what's going on tonight? Just chilling like a villain, man. Just having a good time being here. Richard got a lot of criticism. The little I've seen of him, I liked. Todd Bowles. Miss Jackie agrees with me on Todd Bowles. I know we're talking about coaches, but how about does the Cowboys have? Right now, Xavier, what we have is about 20, depending on which sites you look at, between $23 and $26 million that'll roll over into next year. If the Cowboys don't make any moves, we should have about $33 million to start if the cap goes down to 175. Although there's been some hints from the NFL that the salary cap may not go down as much. It may be as much as 195, which in case would mean that we would have somewhere around $53 million of cap space, which is a lot in comparison to, say, the Saints that are about $83 million over the cap, or the Eagles that are about $63 million over the cap. So we have room to work with. If I'm the GM, I'm not. If I'm the GM and the owner, Cop Pizzle, say what? Get out of here, Timothy, with that. Who cares about some Cop Pizzle? If I'm the GM, I'm going to go through and I'm going to go ahead and get Dak's deal done before the end of February. And you're saying, why? You're crazy. Because free agency starts. You have to franchise tag by the end of February who's going to be tagged. If you tag Dak Prescott, you're tying up $37 million. I know that gives you time to get a long-term deal done, but you need to go ahead and get this thing done. Get it as much money as you can, kick down the road on it, keep it team-friendly, and go out there and get yourself a player or two, a real free agent in free agency. Not this bottom basement shopping that we've always been doing. Get yourself a guy who instantly makes the team better. Oh, Lordy. I knew it was gonna, I knew I smelled something. I knew I smelled East Side Harold. Good Lord. What's up, East Side? And Amos, that's the problem. Have they figured out? Good question. Are they running a 4-3 or 3-4? That's the big question. Nobody knows. It's always a GM. I'll get a defensive coach right away. Laugh out loud. Y'all need to get skilled position coach from one of the best NFL defenses. Eastside, keep your lips to yourself, please. Mark, who's the worst Who's the worst Dallas Cowboy? Who's the worst Dallas Cowboy on the team currently? Oh boy. No, I'm actually say Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods for our safety has been bad. Terrence Steele was, as far as an offensive lineman there for a while.
Safety's always been bad. I think Jeff Heath was the last actually decent safety we had.
Yeah.
That guy
It's
gave
also a distraction. Well, all right, y'all. It is after 10 o'clock. Taco. Well, Taco actually has played decent. I don't know that he got a chance. He just did not mesh with Rod Marnelli. But it's time to get your shot glasses ready. I have messed up this stream tonight. I apologize. It has literally thrown me, and when I get off my game, I'm just not good. But get your shot glasses ready, and let's get ready to rock and roll up out of here. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and I appreciate all the support from everybody. Make sure you hit the like button and all that. I know tonight was off. I apologize for you on that one. I got to restart the computer and figure out what happened, but I'll make sure I have it straight before Sunday. We'll be here live streaming. We've got the Cowboys at 1 o'clock. We've got the Washington team at 4, and then we have the Giant game Sunday night. So it'll be, wow.
The Eagles are playing too.
Eagles are playing at 4.
Washington and Dallas play at the same time. The Eagles play at
1 o'clock. Okay, the Eagles play at 4. Okay. All right, either way, we'll be live streaming during all 3 games. So that means I got,
4. It's 4 if you count.
well, I mean, okay, but I mean 3 times. We'll be streaming 1 o'clock through 7 o'clock. We'll take a break, and then we'll get the Giants game. How about that? Or maybe we'll just keep the cameras rolling. So we'll have, that might be my longest stream. That'll be all day long. Woo. All right. I appreciate y'all, but it's time to turn out the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.